Ignatian indifference is about our inner freedom or interiority to choose God's love. Often we think about freedom as freedom from interference from others, but Saint Ignatius understood freedom differently. For Saint Ignatius, human freedom is a freedom to grow in relationship with God and share in God's redemptive work. This requires internal freedom, or what Saint Ignatius called the indifference. Ignatian indifference is the capacity to let go of what doesn't help me to love God or love others, while staying engaged with what does. What lies behind the theology of indifference is the idea of doing the will of God. God has a will for each of us and has ways of making that will known to each of us. By loving God and trusting God's benevolence, we seek and adapt to God's will. God's grace is something we can or do experience, and is something we do not want to shut ourselves off from its messages and effects. Our talents may be things we can use to make money and gain attention in this world. But are we using them as God intends, or as they would best serve our fellow humans? Perhaps we can cultivate more indifference towards our own self-interest and self-importance in order to discover the will of God, which, after all, can change for us as we move through life.